You know, I did go to culinary school. I did. And what's left is a faint memory. So we got 1 cup, and I'm gonna give it a little bit more water because this fucking rice, mate. Does that make sense? To give it more water because it's always sticking, or give it less? Because if it has less, it's gonna... Okay, let's give it a little bit less. I don't know, let's try. No, just stick with the plan. There's something about, you know, just sticking with the plan, like your original plan. And I struggle with that a lot. Today it took me 1 hour to get out of the house. 1 hour. It's because I often feel like, oh, you know, I need to follow the perfect plan, you know. I'm always pressuring myself into like, oh, I'm not gonna have time. And that's because like I have time blindness, I think, because I have ADHD. So it's probably that. But either way, I realized like if I would have just stuck with the plan from the beginning, like 9 out of 10 times, things wouldn't have been so bad, or I wouldn't have been so stressed, or whatever, man. You know, it's whatever. So stick with the plan. Stick with the plan. Now, I do not know, I don't remember Putin. Let's see. So this is poultry. I'll just Google it. I have everything here, man. It's so easy. Whew, I'm about to pass out, dude. Oh my god. I'm crazy. Poultry on a pan. Hot. Yep. Okay. Yeah, just like the chicken I did the other day. Okay, so just quick tip or cool thing that I learned-ish, whatever. So right here, this is like really cooked. You can go like this, right? So this is like rare, I think, when you just touch this. This is like medium rare or something like that. This right, like you tap here in this part right here, and you know, depending on like how cooked you want it, this is like very cooked, so it's like very durable, you know? No, sorry. I think, no. Yeah. So I think I want to go like here because it's like medium rare, kind of. So anyways, cool little quick tip there. But I want to really heat this up. It's still a little bit frozen, my little breasts here. So anyways, barbecue sauce on my titties. Just get a plate and salt on there. Oh my god. So I am very much a freak when it comes to like, what do you call it? Like food safety and things like that. But you know, when you're in your own home and stuff, like, you can kind of, I don't know. Like it's not I'm not in the professional kitchen, you know, so it's you're gonna be just fine. I think I should have added salt a little bit later, but we'll see, because the salt might burn. Either way, whatever, we'll figure it out. You're not even seeing what I'm cooking. So my oil is, right now, it's like, it's too hot because, as you can see, there's stuff coming out. What the fuck is it called? Smoke. It's smoking. So that means, okay, let's just leave it like that. I think, there we go. Yeah, that should be fine. All right, cool. Cool. Yeah, there we go. So my pan is not smoking anymore. So when you've got your breasts or whatever, you want to lay it against you. And then since this is a non-stick pan, I'm just gonna let it be there. Actually, I think this has a noise cancelling. No, doesn't it? Like, yep. Let's hope it works. Let's hope you don't hear the fucking noise. Which there's gonna be a lot of noise, so either way, whatever. Let's just go with it. So I'm trying to just eat a lot of protein, not so many carbs, because, you know, I'm trying to be healthy here. It is a lot of effort, yes, but I think in the end, it is very worth it. I realized that, you know, if I do eat healthy, which is, I mean, it's not a surprise, you know, like you just feel better, you perform better. And I've been on a binge with sugar last week, and that's fine. I think the main, and I'm writing about this too for the newest Letters to a Hero. Oh yeah, I bought this thing. I'm not using it. What the fuck? There we go. Ha 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 ha. So, okay, I think I'm gonna focus a bit on the cooking here. Listen, I'll tell you, I'm a fucking crazy guy. I'm very, very unprofessional. Whatever. It's the fun. It's the fun that matters here, alright? This is the fun kitchen. This is the... I'm gonna salt my chicken on the side. Alright. I'm just following every chef video I've ever seen because they know it better than I do. Something really magical happens when you base your big dreams on reality, because you're not like denying, like you're not giving up on your dreams, but you're just kind of understanding that, hey, you know, in the end, I'm still just a mortal, you know? And that accountability, taking that, it just gives you so much freedom, because it means, okay, I want to get there, right? That means I have to do these things, all right? It's like, instead of making it impossible, it makes it possible. You need to switch, and it's very hard. I can see that. It's very hard, I can see that. But once you do, it'll blow your fucking mind. Let me tell you. Because if you just go and think, all right, there's a difference between, okay, I am entitled to this. I am entitled to being a writer. I'm entitled to being an actor. I'm entitled to being a doctor. I'm entitled to going to Harvard because, you know, I believe in it. You know, it's my biggest dream, you know, and this is like what I'm meant. It's my passion. It's whatever. Like, I want you to have the same amount of passion, taking into account your mortality, taking into account, look, I have ADHD, or maybe I am too stubborn, or maybe I'm too rigid, or maybe, you know, that's fine. And some dreams I might have to give up on, because, you know, it's not like, you know, it's not about following. Robert Greene really said something which broke my mind. It was like, don't follow your passion. There's something that, you know, calls for you. You need to find it. You need to like actually look for it. And I think the point is, start looking for the things. Like, start studying yourself. Start studying yourself. Start embark on your journey, and eventually you will find whatever it is that you're meant to be doing. All right, let's see. I think this one's probably done by now. Let's check. Seems very good. Still maybe a little bit more. Yes. So accountability, you know, it doesn't. And I've always hated people who like, oh, I'm a realist. You know, you're. I've always hated when people told me, you know, you're being unrealistic. I've had my fair share of people kind of poke fun at me for dreaming big and this and that, you know. And the reason was because I was entitled, all right? So I totally understand. Holy shit, man. What the fuck is going on in here? It's like... So I... Jesus Christ, man. So yeah, I totally understand, you know? I do understand. Well, the pan is too hot. It's too hot. It's too hot. There's also something about pressure. I think when it comes to motivation, when it comes to pressure, you need the right pressure. You need the right motivation. And only you know what it is, right? One thing that I realized, like, okay, when I set out to becoming a barista, there was two things that I thought that were just like, oh, this is it. One, it was the first thing that I decided on doing myself. Like, it was the specialty barista like course that I paid myself. I paid it myself through the money that I made for some modeling gigs. I used my unfair advantage, you know. And I've never ever in class been the person who always raised his hand, but when it came to the specialty barista course, I asked the most amount of questions. Like, even after I was working there, or even when I left, they would still poke fun at the fact that, you know, I was always asking so many fucking questions. That's a 180 of what I used to be. That goes to show you can change so much when it's about the right thing. Okay? I've always gone against the norm, sort of, but it's not necessarily only about going against the norm or whatever. It's about following your path. That's the thing. That's it. That's why there's a lot of encouragement always of go against the norm, because it's about figuring out what is your path. What is it that you want to do? It's not about just ignore society and just, you know, it's like there's a lot of great things that come with society or whatever, you know, all of that stuff too, of course, yeah, but it's not all bad. I think it's very naive to think, oh, you know, everybody who follows the rules, or everybody who's normal, if that's even a thing, right, is a loser. Now, naive, why? Because to think that whole humanity, right, evolution, and I'm not an expert on history or anything, right? I'm just trying to think a bit more logically or whatever. I'm just trying to use my brain, in other words. Not to insult anybody. But I just don't think that we came to the point this far just to be like, all right, you know, that's it, you know, we're a bunch of idiots who follow the numbers or follow the rules. Maybe so, you know, maybe there is some aspect to it, but I when you look beneath the surface, look. I'm getting political. It's not about political, okay? I care about the individuals, and when you speak to everyday people, when you just talk to someone on the subway, on the bus, on the train, on your way to work, on your way to school, university, everybody is so unique. You're not that special. If you just flip it, right? I always thought, you know, I'm very special, you know, and now I'm going against it. I'm telling myself, oh, you know, I'm not that special. There is a difference between, you know, I have something unique. I am unique. I am me. There's something special about me, but I am not special. I am part of humanity. I am part of civilization. I am part of the world. Just yesterday I saw something that said, it was Dr. K, and he was talking about how broken humans, broken people, they think they're not part of society. They think they're not, there's something wrong with me, right? I am not part of the whole thing. What I want to see is people following their path, starting with themselves, empowering themselves, becoming their own hero, their best version, and being a great force for good, being a part of society or the world. And that way we can move forward into a good direction. It's maybe it goes into politics. I mean, it's impossible to avoid it, I guess. But it's a privilege also. I get to be able to talk about it this way. Now let's try the chicken. Chicken. Look at that. Perfect, mate. I'm shaking so much. Nobody cares that I was shaking. See? I just made a big deal out of nothing. It's the same when you go into any social interaction. Nobody cares. Nobody remembers the fact that you hit the table or with your knee or something like that. If it's funny, sure, and then it's a good thing. Oh, like, bro. I call everybody bro. I call everybody dude, alright? I don't care what you are. Alright? If you knew how much you had to give to the world, if there's one thing that my mom always did right and still does right, is the fact that she does this, for better or worse, this encouraging. I'm sure it's not, my mom isn't the only one, but this unconditional love thing. She always instilled in me, you have something to give to the world, even if I didn't believe in that, and I should have. And that really helps. I'm not going to sit here and say, you got to do it all alone. And there's parts of it. I want you to take on big things alone. I want you to go into isolation for a while, obsess over something. How I am. It's just salt. I just added salt. Keep it simple. My God. Anyways. I know I'm going all over the place with this video, with this one, but I'm so fucking passionate. I thought about this on the way home. I want to see people be at their best. Like, I want them to feel what I feel, what I get to feel, I want them to feel proud of themselves, cool with themselves. Like, there's so many ways of growing. There's so many, it would take me hours. We can talk about, and we will, if you're in Hero Academy, which is free to join right now, by the way. Yeah, just do your thing, I guess. I'm gonna enjoy my chicken now. I hope you found this entertaining. You have something to give to the world. You do. Look beneath the surface of it all, yeah? The world isn't just fucking terrible. Yes, it's not all sunshine. Not all rainbows and sunshine, like Rocky said. Was it Rocky? I don't know. But but it's not all rain. It's not all terrible. It's so much. It was something that I learned or I got from Peterson. Jordan B. Peterson. He said something about music and how classical music is so beautiful because it has its depths and its, you know, I think that's life, right? That's it was a metaphor for life, and life is so beautiful. And I'm not reinventing the wheel here. Remember, life is so beautiful because of all the terrible things that happen, that come with it, all the hardships. And look, I'm not here to justify the worst of the worst. There are truly bad people in the world, and they need to die. And there's horrendous things that do happen in the world. If they don't happen to you, make sure you make the most out of your situation, you know? You owe it to yourself, you owe it to the people who would kill to be in your shoes. And you don't have to prove anything to anybody, but just, you know, there's no rush, but you have a life to waste. I said it before and I'll say it again. So, look how happy I am. I'm just cooking chicken. I am fulfilled because I am writing, I'm working towards a big goal. I'm risking it. I'm risking going baroque. I'm risking failure. I'm risking embarrassment. I'm risking this big fear of mine, incredibly big, as I've mentioned before. I've taken some financial risks too. You know, but that's so fucking exciting. If I can do it, so can you. You can take risks. I'm not saying the same thing I'm doing. I'm just saying your thing. Do you. Prioritize yourself. Think about yourself. My God. Because you have something to give. Yep. And that's done. Thank you for watching. I'm gonna eat now. I love you. Let me know what you thought of this one. Very chaotic video. As always, have a good one. Bye bye.